Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to those of you around the world. Welcome to the daily Trade the Chain crypto update, where we give you everything you need to know for the next 24 hours and hopefully the next few days. Today is Wednesday, November 29th. We are in the middle of the week, and we only have a couple of days left in November, actually today and tomorrow. So tomorrow, at the end of the day, the November monthly candle will close. So some people will be looking at that. We'll go over that at that point, but still trudging through the week. Total crypto market cap slightly down from yesterday. Same with obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum price. Bitcoin sentiment did spike up higher, as we can see. It's been basically growing higher in the past 24-hour period. It's the highest point it's been in actually a couple of weeks. Obviously, we're just showing the one week here, but definitely highest it's been in a couple of weeks. Trading volumes up, tweet volumes up. Definitely positive to see. So want to see some follow through. We're obviously going to discuss Bitcoin in a second. IOTA had some sort of partnership or acceptance into some sort of system within, I think, the Saudi government. So that's absolutely cranking today, up 36%. One of the highest bullish coins on the chart. As you can see here, it actually is the most bullish on the entire TTC dashboard. STX as well, been doing very well lately. Sentiment spiked, into, late last night, and obviously, price followed through. So let's move forward into DXY. Got the little arrows. We got the little lines that, shared with the TTC community. This is a slow moving asset, but obviously just good to understand general context. If it breaks above this low right here, it'll probably attack here. And if it breaks below this low right here, it'll probably start heading down here. Maybe it gets stopped, right around these levels. But remember, we do have PCE tomorrow morning. So I'm, like I said yesterday, expecting some volatility out of that. It did drop down to this level that we discussed yesterday prior to PCE. So it could, set us up, if PCE is good tomorrow, meaning it comes in at or lower than expected, then we could see something like this into December. And again, may not just drop straight down. I would definitely expect maybe some hold up around here, but you never know. This is the likely next target if it breaks below that level right there. So taking that into context for equities, obviously DXY down has been good for equities. We did discuss yesterday this level holding. It did, and obviously that kind of led to that boost higher. We did not tag the 4,600 level yet, so kind of still expecting that to get tagged, especially with PCE tomorrow. Obviously, if PCE is good, I would expect it to move up. The expectations today, told the TTC community is, if it could break above this level right here, it would likely tackle this level. But if we kind of zoom in, and I'm going to get rid of these lines here, or that line at least, as you can see. So this was the 8 o'clock candle. Markets open at about 9:30. So moved higher into 9 o'clock. And then got rejected. So we did have a candle close above, but we immediately got rejected back down pretty much, shortly after the market opened. So a bit of a failure there. But now we're, remember yesterday was, previous daily close was down here. Previous daily close is now right here. That's exactly where that wick happened. It's also still above the weekly VWAP. And we did say, if it dropped below this level right here, it would likely tag this level. So unfortunately, upside was missed due to a rejection, but that's why we typically like to wait for confirmation. And so the downside target was hit, but very similar to exactly what happened yesterday when we rocketed up, shot back down, then we went higher. I think we are still likely for, almost, very similar price action to yesterday. So as long as this level holds right here, I would expect something like that for equities, especially with PCE tomorrow. PCE will come out tomorrow right around here. So maybe we just kind of crab a little bit, inch higher, and then PCE happens and we do something like that. So that would be the ideal situation. And then obviously if this level is broken, we would look back to this level. It's going to have confluence with the 1 hour estimated 200 moving average. And then obviously if this level breaks, we would look down here for a bounce at this level, which is previous resistance now turned support from mid-November. So right now equities look good. I'm not liking this continuous rejection, but we are kind of almost vertically accumulating here, and we are making again higher highs and we are making higher lows. So market structure still intact, and that's another reason why we want this level to hold, so that market structure will stay intact. Looking at Bitcoin, so let's reduce here. So these were the lines I drew for the TTC community. Basic, TA break above here, start rocketing up to 39, maybe 39.6 that we discussed yesterday. And then I don't want that. And then obviously if we broke beneath 38, this 39.670 whatever, or 39.960 I should say. I'm getting my numbers mixed up. Not dyslexic, just made a mistake. So if we drop down to this level, or if we drop below this level, we would drop down to this level. That's clearly what happened with this wick. And then I said if we drop below this level right here, we would drop down to this level. And that is obviously what happened with this wick. So we're going to get rid of these here because the above one is still valid. If you get above this level, then you will definitely start moving up towards 39K. So we're holding here. We basically swept yesterday's, dip, not yesterday's low, but yesterday's dip. So, definitely good for kind of range traders here. So typically you will see, some sort of fight back up this way. If we fail right here, we will, drop back down here again and kind of look at those same levels. And then if we can get above this level, then we'll look to trade it back up to this level. And then obviously if we can break above this level, then that's when we would see something above 39K. So right now, it doesn't look horrible, doesn't look great, but we've got some good wicks. I do like, you guys know, I do like to long tweezers. Although we do have 3 tweezers here, kind of takes away from, the typical trading methodology, but we do have another triple tweezer here in which we spiked back up to resistance. So something to look out for is possibly a rejection at this level after these tweezers, and we do maybe we head back lower, or maybe we hold this level. But obviously, what we want to see is breaking above this level, doing something like that, and then we can do something like that above. So verdict is still out on Bitcoin, but again, confluence of support here, 39 or 37.5 level, which is the Monday high. Remember, Monday high is right here. So the Monday highs here. We also have the weekly VWAP. We've got the 1 hour estimated 200 moving average, and we're sitting in weekly value right now, which is positive. It's something I think, this is one of my favorite indicators, the weekly VWAP with kind of the area of value around it, because if we just kind of zoom back out and just kind of compare historically, if we drop outside of value, like right here, eventually make our way inside of value and then come up here. And then when we kind of bounce out of value, like we did here, we drop back into value. So, Monday, Tuesday, we bounced outside of value. Then Tuesday, we bounced outside of value again. So, doesn't, just because we bounce outside of value in one direction, it doesn't automatically mean we will then bounce outside of value again in another direction. But that is something you do have to consider. Especially when kind of building your trades. I definitely think you do have defined risk for a long here with a stop right down here. And then obviously if that breaks, basically what you'd want to see is either this level hold, or, the value level hold, or at worst case scenario, we want to see the Monday hold, which is right around here at 37 or 36.7. So pretty simplistic Bitcoin analysis right now. Should not be too much confusion. It's just a matter of momentum and directionality. So looking at ETH, again, upside, we're, right around here. I think we're 7, 8 a.m. when we dropped the analysis, we were sitting right around here. Obviously, again, that same kind of thesis, bounced outside of value, broke back into value, outside of value, into value, outside of value, back into value. So ETH kind of fully reset itself. We got this confluence of value right here, as well as the 2018 level. So we told the TTC community if it breaks below, I think 20, 2030, I think 2038 was our number because of this wick right here. We said it would, drop down to, this 2030 level, and then obviously this 2018 level. So both of those happened. We obviously did not drop down here, but the simplicity of the technical analysis goes drop below 2018, head down to 1985. 1985 is the Monday low. And if you look at where we rejected twice, yesterday, this is actually when we were talking, and I mentioned, if it drops back down, we want to see the 1 hour estimated 200 moving average hold, or at worst, the weekly view up. So obviously that did hold. We got rejected into the evening again at the Monday high. This is the Monday high right here. So 2 taps of the Monday high sent us back down, towards the Monday low. Now we're sitting around the weekly view up. And so, what we want to see now moving forward, get back above the weekly view up and above this low right here, and then push higher up here. And then, kind of complete this right there. That's the bullish case right here. So break above the weekly view up, break above this 2038 level, jump up to 2070, and then finally break above 2070 and move back up to 2100, maybe 2130 at best. But in the worst case scenario is, if we break below this low right here, then you'll have something like dropping down to 1985, which again is the Monday low. Then we'd hope for basically a sweep of the Monday low, where we drop, either at it or just slightly below it, recover above it, and then that's where you'd set your longs with your stop at whatever that low is right there, and then you would try and play it back up to the Monday high. And again, remember, we do have PCE tomorrow. It'll come at 8:30 a.m. And so, if that is positive, we would expect, positive reaction from risk markets. So, fortunately for us, we are sitting, both, well, I guess, fortunately and unfortunately, depending on which direction you traded in, we are sitting at, levels of support. We do have defined risk for any long takers that want to take it. But in my opinion, Bitcoin definitely looks a little bit stronger with that sweep right here, and obviously holding that 37.7 level. ETH a little bit weaker with it sitting under the weekly view up right here. So we want to see a break above the weekly view up before I get any before any longs personally, but you do still have defined risk with obviously stops at these lows. And we are kind of forming a double tweezer with sweeping that wick. So does look, pretty good for longs, but there is certainly no guarantee. So certainly a bit of a more risky long, in my opinion. So with that being said, we pretty much went over the full gambits. In my opinion, if you're not in any trades, you can probably just be patient and wait for PCE tomorrow. Or if we drop lower, we sweep those Monday lows before PCE. Then that would probably be a good long opportunity, especially with, if you drip, one of my favorite trades is drip under the Monday low, recover back above the Monday low, set your stop at the local low, and then ride, hopefully, it back up towards the range with maybe a take profit at mid range and then a full profit target at the top of the range. So, so something like this, where's the little long position? So you would kind of do something like this. So let's say it's, let's say we wicked down here. Your stop would be, right around this 1980 level. And then your entire P&L would be up here. So you're risking 0.3% to hopefully make 4%. So that's exactly what that kind of trade looks like. And then just to give you a visualization on what the current trade opportunity, which again, does not look extremely attractive, but is valid, is this. So you're risking 0.5% for 1.8%. Again, not the best trade in the world, but certainly a valid trade, because if you're doing a short trade, I guess you could set your stops right here, and then you would probably target here. So short definitely looks a little bit more opportune, but with these wicks right here, with that sweep, I don't really want to take that short either. So definitely quite a conundrum. And that's why, you can, take the risk in either direction. I think longs are certainly the better play just based on the sweep today. But again, PCE tomorrow at 8:30 probably will bring some good trades. If PCE comes in lower than expected, I don't know why this projected number is not here. It's 3.1% projected tomorrow, which would be a drop from 3.4% from the previous month. Core is projected at 3.5, which is a drop from 3.7. Both of those numbers are good. Both of those numbers supports the Fed kind of relaxing policy, not hiking in the next meeting. So that is definitely what you want to see. So again, if you want to get daily analysis, you want to get access to the TTC dashboard, you want to get access to our community, 14-day free trial at www.tradethechain.com. Peace out. Happy trading. See everybody tomorrow.